For many of us, a dog is a man's best friend. They've been our companions for over 15,000 years. They improve our physical and mental health, and they often make a house a home. But Steve wasn't expecting to have a pawsome friend permanently living at his house. After his family cat passed away, he signed up to keep your pet, to care for furry friends for short periods of time. But Ben stuck around for a little bit longer.
One day we got a call saying, "Are you available to foster now?" And we said, "Well, yes, we are." And they said, "Will you go down to A&E?" I said, "Oh, well, all right, yeah, what's going on?" And they said, "Well, the dog has arrived at A&E with his owner. The owner's being treated and they need to deal with the dog." So we went off down to A&E and we picked up this dog called Ben. And we looked after him for several days, and the owner fortunately came out of hospital, and we sent him back to his owner. And then about a month later or so, we were contacted again saying, would we look after Ben again? And we said, yeah, happily. So we looked after him. This time it was a longer period, and then eventually he went back to his owner, and then another 6 or 8 weeks later, we were contacted again. Would you foster again? Yes, we would. And we received Ben, and we looked after him. This time it was quite a bit longer, 2 or 3 weeks. And we started to get very fond of this little chap. And actually, we went away on a holiday in our motorhome with him. And then we were asked to send him back, so we went back to his owner. It was very sad to pass him back, actually, because, as I say, when we'd had him for several days, we became very fond of him. And the last time we sent him back to his owner, Dee and I, my wife, were quite sort of heartbroken, because I remember Ben looked back at us thinking, where am I going to go now? What's happening now? Yeah, it was quite a bit of a wrench, but that's what happens. You get fond of these fellas, and it was fun having him.
Ben eventually returned home to his original owner, and Steve never saw him again.
We asked a few questions. What happened to Ben? Is he okay? And then we heard that the owner had unfortunately passed away, and Ben was in RSPCA. So I dashed off down to RSPCA and said, "Have you got a dog called Ben?" And lo and behold, yes, they had, and they showed him to me, and we came out and had a happy greeting together. And so I said, "Well, if he's available for permanent homing, we'll adopt him." And they said, "Yes, we did. Yes, he was." And because we'd done all the checks and things before, within 24 hours, Ben was at our house on a permanent basis.
But Ben is now loving his forever home.
We've had some interesting adventures with him. We got him pet passported, and we've been in our motorhome around Europe with him on a couple of occasions now. This year we've been into Germany, into southern Germany, to Bavaria. Then we went into Austria. Then we went into Slovenia, and he enjoyed swimming in the lakes in the various places we visited.
From an unfortunate situation to a new opportunity, Ben's future is looking quite fetching. Aaron Renfrey, That's TV.